morning, loves. It's a Vee-youtiful day. It's Coach V here, bringing you a brand new day and a brand new way to level up your love hacks. This is the show Love Hacks. Good morning, loves. Have you heard of the word AFAM? AFAM stands for a foreigner assigned in Manila. And this morning, we will talk about that. Have you heard of yung expression na may isa na namang kababayan na nakaahon sa kahirapan? Ha? Have you heard of that, my loves? Nako, if not yet, we will be able to explain and let you know if that's if one of the things that we're going to tackle today is about misconceptions.
Coach V, let me help you out there because we're looking at some of the research that we have here, especially from the Asian Journal of Social Psychology. Sabi nga nila that interracial couples, especially with an age gap, minsan may public judgment. Especially kapag, again, you see the age difference and then you see na interracial couple sila.
Thank you so much for that, Pao. That's true because usually people assume what they don't know. When they see a younger Filipina with an older foreigner, they usually jump to a conclusion na visa yan. For visa purposes yan. That's why I created a video recently about this because I felt for Filipinas who are genuinely looking for love or in a relationship with AFAMs, but they are being taught or being construed as a 90-day fiancé type. Now let's watch this video very quickly.
Somebody's watching me, it's my anxiety.
Ayan. So if you'll see in the videos, usually, especially the non-Filipinos abroad, they will think of Filipina as the 90-day fiancé type because that is what is being represented abroad. So after posting that, there were a lot of comments that say, yes, true, louder, please. Some of the comments that we've collected on social media. But loves, even more touching were the private messages that we collected. One of the private messages actually that we've received was coming from a Filipina who's hardworking and who is currently in a loving relationship. This is what she said. Itago na lang natin siya sa pangalang Hope. Sabi niya, "Hi Coach V, good evening po. Filipina here in a relationship with a foreigner assigned in Manila or AFAM. I'm on my early 30s. Every time I walk beside my foreign boyfriend who is almost 60, I can feel the stares. Yung tipong tingin pa lang, parang may sinasabi na nila kung ano ako. No? Some whispers, others just give that smug look. Lalo na kapag napapansin nila na mas matanda siya at halatang medyo mas mataas ang lifestyle. One time nga sa mall, Coach V, may narinig pa akong, for visa yan. Ang sakit. I'm educated and I support myself even if my partner offers. They don't know our story. They don't know how he held my hand through my darkest days or how he treats me better than anyone ever has. I've done the same for him too. Bakit ba love has to come with judgment? Dahil ba AFAM? Visa agad? Nakakaiyak po. Yan nga ang message sa atin ng one of our viewers and followers here. Have you ever met somebody like a Filipina who is genuinely in a relationship with a foreigner?
Yeah, I mean, like there are a few. To be honest, I mean, like especially sa sports when we see mga Phil-foreign players and we see their parents and just see how they all come together at may stigma nga and I think you mentioned the reference yung 90-day fiancé that show went viral for a while.
Rose and no neck
and no neck ed. I mean nakita natin, right? So I mean that I'm sure that doesn't help yung stereotype na yun.
Absolutely, because especially if you have not traveled to the Philippines, this is the representation of Filipinas outside of the country. How about you? Do you have any close friends who has been married and have been in a relationship for a while na intercultural?
Yeah, I actually have a friend who met hers through a dating app and then they dated for a while and then they got married and now they live happily together. They have a kid and it's a love story that, ended in a wonderful way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about
Well,
you,
yeah,
Mo?
well, because in the U.S., like a lot of the Filipino Americans, they do get married to foreigners, so it's not really a thing in the U.S.,
Yeah.
right? Compared to like the stigma here in
Pero
the
yung
Philippines.
age gap rin eh.
But there
Right?
is that age gap.
Yeah.
Like for me, I mean, we've talked about it before on
Yeah,
Love Hacks, like
yeah.
the age. For me, it's to each his own, right? What makes you happy? Because yeah, maybe there are people that do marry for visa purposes,
Yeah.
but that's maybe like the 1%. There's most of the time they do marry for love. And
They
most of
fall
them
in
are
love.
successful,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I didn't realize that's a stigma here in the Philippines, honestly. Because for me, it's just normal.
Pero okay, let's
Yeah.
get into it kasi I think
Sure.
it is all boils down to bakit may kasamang judgment ang pagmamahal.
Absolutely, and we will break some of those myths today. But think about some of the celebrity examples that we know, diba? Think Solen Yusuf, Ann Curtis, Isabel Daza. They're
yeah.
fit, they're attractive, they're empowered Filipinas who have built real partnerships with foreigners. Nako, and not only them, my loves, thousands of self-made, respectful Filipinas today are open to a fam, not just for visa, but for real connection. So let's talk about the reasons why. Bakit nga ba ang mga Filipinas falls in love for foreign men? Number one is because of mixed race genetics, among many other reasons. Studies show that mixed race individuals often have stronger immune systems. And so when you have stronger immune system, you have enhanced facial symmetry, and it's linked to universal attractiveness. That's why when you look at mixed babies, they're very attractive. So that's just one. Second is, of course, perceived financial security and emotional maturity. For some, no, the interest starts with a lifestyle because oo nga, of course, who wouldn't want a better life, but they fall harder for the emotional depth and maturity. And by the way, diba, not all foreigners naman who are coming here in the Philippines has money. I know of somebody who, supported a foreigner herself until the foreigner was
And
able
the
to
new
back
90
up on
Day
his
Fiancé
feet.
show, the white guy who came here, right? He was broke in
There
the
you
US,
go.
and that's why he moved here.
That's a good angle actually to show. And one of the three reasons that we're giving today is yung perceived openness and tolerance for strong women. According to intercultural relationship research, Western men are more likely to embrace women with strong opinions and bold personalities. And these are just some of the many things that Filipinas find refreshing. Now let's talk about why men choose to marry Filipina naman. Of course, it's not a secret that there are many desirable qualities that Filipinas have, but some of them would be their femininity and warmth. Social science calls this yung warm competence effect. This is a blend of nurturing tapos yung intelligence. Some Filipinas may not be book smart, but they are very street smart. And so Filipinas consistently rank as nurturing, loyal, and emotionally supportive, something that is very attractive to foreigners. Number two naman is yung cultural grace and resilience natin. Despite life struggles, diba, there's a lot of Filipinas who stay joyful, patient, and strong pa din. Foreign men find that blend very attractive. And for Filipinas, some of us, early on, we've been conditioned to find our Prince Charming. Kaya when we are in a relationship, we are very emotionally present. Many women in the West, they're being praised for being detached and hyper-independent, while Filipinas naman, on the other hand, still value connection, affection, and emotional intimacy. So love, if you're watching this and still think that intercultural relationships are transactional, let me say this. Real love doesn't always come from someone who looks like you. Sometimes love, for some, the one lives halfway across the world. So to Hope and to all Filipinas who may be watching this and being judged unfairly, here are some of Coach V's love hacks on how to rise above judgment. Okay? Number one, let your story speak louder than their opinions. You don't need to defend their heart, my loves. You just have to live well and live better. Papakita mo lang that the core of your relationship is really love. Number two is build love that's balanced. No, you don't need to prove that you're not a gold digger. You know, people are very intelligent. They will see if you're very genuine with a relationship. So just be the woman who brings the value with or without his wallet. And then number three, don't shrink to fit their stereotype. Whether Afam man yan or Pinoy, no, real love never needs to explain itself. So, Filipinas cannot be boxed into the 90-day fiancé stereotype. We are more than helpers. We are healers, leaders, and passionate lovers. Kaya, and to of course, the foreign men who are watching this, a Filipina is worth it. She deserves to be loved, respected, and pursued despite the stereotype. And so something that I have shared in my recent interview is this. Let's all watch this. Like, let them woo you. Let them come to you. Let them work for your love. For elite matchmaking.
Okay, what's this intercultural dating? Like, for example, I know you want to
Yeah.
basically, because we're very welcoming, we're, you
Yeah.
know, all that good stuff.
Basically, we train the foreigners how to make ligaw, the Filipino way.
Interesting.
Because I do feel that there's something very beautiful in our culture, yung courtship.
It's the other way around. You have the expat adjusting
Of
to
course,
Philippine,
yes, that's very
to Filipino
important.
values.
Yeah, I don't tell the women like, hey, be like this. Like, let them woo you. Let them come to you. Let them work for your love. That's why we have to make sure that our women are very quality.
Well, that's for Coach V, of course, with our special, kasi may cameo si Ferdy, no?
I know. I love having Ferdy here.
And of course, for those who have any love dilemmas, like Hope a while ago, you can message Coach V at Dating Coach V on Instagram. And who knows, your story will be featured next. And malay mo, baka
exciting.
mag-upgrade tayo. We can have them live on studio. Diba?
Yes,
Pero
of
Coach V,
course.
maraming salamat.
Thank
Really
you very
appreciate
much.
the time.
It's my
And we're
pleasure.
running out of time, actually. That's the
know,
reason why we
yeah.
had to cut that short. But thank you so